Listen up, folks. Life's got a way of pulling back the curtain, doesn't it? You're sitting there, heart heavy, wondering why some folks walked out on you, why they turned their backs, stabbed you deep, or played like they were riding with you when they were never in your corner. Let me drop this truth on you. When you pray for clarity, when you get on your knees and ask God to light your path, He don't just shine a spotlight. He exposes every shadow. He'll show you who's been faking it, who's been hiding behind a mask, and who was never meant to walk your road. You thought they were your ride or die, the ones who laughed with you, broke bread at your table, maybe even dreamed your dreams. But here's the deal, straight from Psalm 55:21. Some folks' words are smoother than butter, but their hearts are plotting war. Not everybody standing next to you is standing for you. God hears what you can't. He sees the scheme slipping past your radar. When the time's right, He rips that veil down and shows you what's real. You might not catch the truth till you're standing right in it. And that's what separates you from the Almighty's wisdom. Man, it cuts, don't it? It burns like fire when you realize someone you trusted, someone you poured your heart into, was never true. When you cry out to God for guidance, you ain't just asking for a map. You're begging for truth, for eyes to see, for a heart to understand. You're asking Him to uncover what's buried, the lies nobody speaks, the motives locked tight in the hearts around you. And when you pray like that, from your gut, God's listen. He sees your struggles, the fog cloud in your soul, the weight dragging you down. When you open your heart to someone saying, "Take it, I'm all in," God knows the ones you trust can break you deepest. He hears the whispers behind closed doors, the talks you weren't invited to, the smiles that never reached their eyes. He knows it all, even when you're blind to it. So when you ask for clarity, don't be shocked when God starts revealing the raw truth. It don't always hit like you expect. It ain't always a lightning bolt. It's more like a slow burn, piece by piece. Maybe it's a word that feels off, a move that don't match their talk, or just a gut feeling screaming something ain't right. As those pieces stack up, the picture gets clear. God's answering your prayer, showing you what's been hiding right under your nose. But let me tell you something, clarity comes with a price. When God shows you who people really are, it'll rock your world. It's like the ground you're standing on just vanishes. Folks you thought had your back, the ones you shared your dreams with, your secrets, your soul, they look different now. Ain't that they changed, they were always that way. You just didn't see it till God turned on the light. Recognizing hidden motives. That's a tough pill to swallow, ain't it? You feel betrayed, bruised, maybe even mad as hell. You start asking why God let this happen to you. But hear me now. God's clarity is a gift, even when it feels like a gut punch. He ain't shown you this to break you. He's shown you to save you, to set you free, to point you towards something greater. John 8:32 says, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." God don't want you living a lie. He don't want you building your life on sand. He loves you too much for that. So He answers your prayer by pulling off the blindfold, exposing the darkness creeping in the shadows. Yeah, it hurts, but it's what you need. Think about it. How many times you held on to folks who were poison just because you didn't see the whole story? How many times you ignored the warning signs, the red flags waving, because you didn't want to believe it? How many times you hushed that voice inside, the one trying to tell you something, because the truth was too heavy? God knows if you don't get clear, you'll stay stuck, trusting the wrong crowd, pouring your energy into relationships that suck you dry instead of lifting you up. You'll lose yourself trying to keep them close. So God steps in. He says enough. He shows you the fake smiles, the hollow promises, the selfish hearts. He lets you hear what they didn't want you to know. He lets you feel the weight of their lies so you can finally let them go. It's His way of guarding you. His way of saying, you're worth more than this. But you gotta trust the truth He's showing you to move forward. The hardest part, clarity makes you choose. Once God shows you what's real, you can't pretend you didn't see it. You can't go back to acting like it's all good. You can't keep making excuses for folks who've shown you their true colors. You gotta face it head on, and that ain't easy. Might mean walking away from people you thought were forever. Might mean stepping back from folks you love because their actions don't line up with their words. Might mean standing alone for a minute, leaning on God to carry you through. In those moments, it's easy to feel like you're drowning, to wonder if you messed up, to think maybe you could have stopped the pain. But clarity ain't about punishment, it's about growing. It's God showing you what you need to see so you can step into who you're meant to be. He ain't just giving you clarity, He's giving you a shot at peace, at joy, at relationships built on truth and love, not lies and games. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's His promise, and He's working it out, even when it don't feel like it. God's clarity is proof He's fighting for you, even when you can't see it. He's clearing out what don't belong to make room for what does. It might not add up now, but one day you'll look back and see His hand in every step. You'll see how He used the hurt to shape you, to strengthen you, to ready you for something bigger. You'll see clarity wasn't about calling out others. It was about waking you up to your own worth, your own strength, your own purpose. And that truth, it's going to set you free. Now, there's a hard truth we all got to face. Not everybody who's close to you is riding with you. It's a gut check because we're built to trust, to see the good in folks, to think the ones near us got our back. But listen, being close don't mean being loyal. Just because someone's in your circle don't mean they're in your corner. When that truth hits, it can shake everything you thought you knew about your people. See, some folks walk with you not because they care about your path, but because they're trying to cash in on it. They'll cheer when you're up, but deep down, they're waiting for you to trip. They'll flash a smile, toss you sweet words, but it's just a front to hide their envy, their doubt, or their plan to use your shine for themselves. Those are the ones who stand next to you, but never stand for you. The sooner you see it, the sooner you find peace. Proverbs 26:24 warns us, enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. It ain't always easy to spot at first. Some people play the part. Like Oscar winners. They'll say what you want to hear, toast your wins in public, but question you behind closed doors. They'll offer support that's got strings attached, loyalty that fades fast, and love that's skin deep. When life's moving quick, it's easy to miss the cracks, to shrug off the signs, to convince yourself everybody close is on your team. But truth, don't stay buried. It comes up, and when it does, you can't unsee it. It hits hardest when you're down, when life's throwing punches and you need a real crew. That's when you see who's solid. The ones just standing nearby, they'll start slipping. They'll dodge you with excuses, vanish when it gets rough, pull back when you ain't got nothing to offer. But the ones standing with you, they show up. They stay when it's messy, when it's hard, when it costs them something. That's how you know who's real. God lets these moments happen not to crush you, but to cover you. He knows you can't build a life with folks who are only half in. He knows you need people who lift you, not drag you down, who push you forward, not hold you back. So He shines His light, showing you who's just nearby and who's truly with you, so you can make the tough calls. It's His way of tightening your circle, surrounding you with folks who match your purpose. Seeing the truth hurts. Ain't no way around it. It stings to know someone you trusted, someone you cared for, was never really down for you. It's a betrayal that cuts deep. You might rerun every conversation, pick apart their words, wonder how you missed it. You might doubt yourself, think you're the problem, wonder if you pushed him away. But let me set you straight. It ain't on you. It's on them. Their failure to stand with you says everything about their heart, not yours. Matthew 7:16 says, by their fruit you will recognize them. Their actions tell the story. Once you know who's real, you're free. You stop wasting energy on folks who drain you. You quit trying to prove yourself to people who'll never get it. You let go of ties that were never meant to hold. And in that space, you find room for what matters. Folks who vibe with your vision, who share your heart, who cheer your wins without a hint of shade. Those are the ones who will stand with you through the highs and lows, who will walk with you because they believe in you, not because they want something from you. Knowing who's really with you gives you power. It sets boundaries. It lets you pour your energy into what's true. Letting go of those who just nearby ain't easy, but it's how you grow. You can't rise to your full height when you're tied to folks who are only half committed. You need a squad that's all in, a circle that's rock solid, a foundation you can lean on. So next time you feel stabbed in the back, hold this close. Not everybody standing next to you is standing with you. And that's all right. It ain't your job to fix them or make them see your worth. Your job is to stay true to your path, to trust God's plan, and to keep pushing forward. The ones who really with you, they'll match your stride no matter what. And that's all you need. Trusting God's plan for your life. When God starts moving in your life, He often kicks things off by shining a light on what's been hiding in the dark. It's a process that can shake you, hurt you even, but it's critical for your growth, your healing, and your purpose. God sees what you can't. The secrets whispered behind your back, the motives masked by grins, the harm dressed up as help. He knows what's blocking your path, what's holding you back, what's draining your spirit. And because He loves you, He don't let you stay in that fog. He exposes the darkness not to wound you, but to clear the way for His light. Isaiah 42:16 says, "I will lead the blind by ways they have not known. Along unfamiliar paths, I will guide them." When this hits, it can feel like your whole world's spinning. Things you thought were solid start to crack. People you believed in show sides you never saw coming. Situations you called blessings start looking like burdens. It's like walking into a room and somebody flips on the light and you see the mess you didn't know was there. But don't miss this. God ain't exposing things to shame you or break you. He's doing it to free you, to set you up for something bigger. Darkness can't stand where light shines. God's light shows you what's been hidden so you can make choices that line up with His plan. Picture trying to cross a room full of obstacles in pitch black. You'd trip, fall, hurt yourself every step. But when the light's on, you see clear. You dodge the traps and move smooth. That's what God's light does. It shows you the roadblocks so you can keep moving forward. But let's keep it real. Facing that darkness ain't easy. It's rough to see someone you loved, someone you trusted, wasn't who they seemed. It's hard to admit that situation you were holding on to was toxic. It's tough to look at the places in your own life where you've been dodging the truth. When God's light hits, it forces you to deal with what is, not what you hoped for. And that can feel like a mountain to climb. But in those moments, God's setting you up for better. He ain't just showing you the dark to leave you there. He's making room for His light to fill you up. You can't grab what's right if you're holding on to what's wrong. You can't find peace in chaos. You can't embrace what's real if you're stuck on what's fake. God knows this, so He steps in. He clears the mess, lifts the fog, and shows you the truth so you can step into His blessings. When God exposes darkness, it's Him saying, "This ain't what I got for you. Let me show you what's coming." But to get there, you gotta let go of what's holding you back. You gotta trust that the pain of losing what wasn't yours is nothing compared to the joy of gaining what is. That takes faith. Faith that God's got you, that His plan's bigger than yours, that His light's enough to lead you through. Psalm 119:105 says, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." That's your guide right there. And don't forget, this process ain't just about other folks. It's about you too. When God shines His light, He don't just show what's around you. He shows what's in you. He uncovers your fears, your doubts, the habits keeping you stuck. It ain't to make you feel small, it's to make you grow, to shape you into who He made you to be. God loves you too much to let you stay still. His light's there to change you, not just your situation. How fake people drain your energy. As God clears out the dark, you'll feel lighter. Those relationships that used to weigh you down, they lose their grip. The situations that had you stressed, they fade away. The heaviness of living in doubt lifts, and you start feeling clear, focused, alive. That's God's light at work. It don't just show the dark, it chases it out. And as that darkness fades, his light grows, filling every corner of your life with hope, peace, and joy. This ain't a quick fix, and it ain't always smooth. There'll be days you want to cling to what's familiar, even if it's hurting you. There'll be moments when his light feels too bright and you're tempted to duck back into the shadows. But don't let fear stop you from stepping into what God's got for you. Trust that his light's leading you to something better. The pain of seeing the truth is temporary, but the blessings it brings, they last forever. God clears the darkness to make room for light because he knows what you need, even when you don't. He knows the relationships that'll build you up, the doors that'll open your future, the peace that'll carry you through. But to get there, you got to let go of what's holding you back. You got to trust his light to guide you, even when the road's foggy. And as you walk in that light, you'll see the beauty of what he's been setting up for you all along. Now, pain's one of life's toughest teachers, and we all try to dodge it. We want to run from it, numb it, act like it ain't there. But let me tell you, pain's part of growing. It's the fire that shapes you, the storm that builds you, the test that molds you into who God says you are. Without pain, you don't move forward. Without struggle, you don't get stronger. Without hard times, your character stays shallow. When you think about growth, you picture the win, the victory, the success, the feeling of making it. But you forget the road to get there. Growth ain't a straight shot. It's a journey full of ups and downs, joy and tears, wins and losses. Pain's what pushes you forward. It forces you to stretch, to face the broken parts of you, to rise above what's trying to hold you down. Pain ain't random. It's got purpose. It's there to teach you what comfort never could. Think back to your darkest days, when you felt crushed, lost, alone. Those times, hard as they were, made you who you are. They taught you how to keep going. They taught you how to feel for others. They taught you strength. They made you wiser, tougher, kinder. They pushed you to find pieces of yourself you didn't know were there, to become someone you never thought you could be. But let's be real. Pain's messy. It's raw. It comes in all forms: heartbreak, failure, loss, betrayal. It shakes you up and makes you question everything. Why me? What I do wrong? Will this ever end? Those questions are human, but they can blind you to the truth. Pain ain't here to break you. It's here to build you. It's here to wake you up, to snap you out of settling, to guide you to who God's calling you to be. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." Growth from pain don't happen overnight. It's a process. It takes time, guts, and faith. You don't just wake up healed. Scars form slow, and lessons sink in deep. But if you lean into it, if you let yourself feel the hurt instead of running from it, you'll see it ain't the end. It's the start of something new. A chapter where you learn who you are, where you find your strength, where you step into a version of you that's bigger than you ever dreamed. Pain shows you what matters. It cuts through the noise, the distractions, the fake stuff, and leaves you staring at what's real. When you're hurting, you see life different. Things you overlooked become treasures. People you love become gold. Simple joys, friends laugh, the sun's warmth, the quiet sunset, hit you deeper. Pain brings you back to what counts. And while pain's personal, it ties us together. Everybody hurts, no matter who they are or where they're from. It's a language we all speak, reminding us we're human. When you've been through it, you get softer toward others' pain. You reach out to those who're struggling. Your scars give you power to heal others. Your story of making it through becomes someone else's hope. That's pain's gift, not just for you, but for everybody around you. There's something beautiful about facing pain. Not running from it, but learning from it. It ain't about acting like it don't hurt. It's about knowing pain's got a job to do. Every tear, every heartbreak, every stumble's a step towards something bigger. It's about trusting there's a reason, even when you can't see it. Growth ain't easy, ain't pretty, ain't painless, but it's worth it. The pain you're feeling now is building the strength you'll need tomorrow. The fights you're in are shaping the grit you'll lean on later. The heartbreaks you're carrying are stretching your heart to love deeper, to care more, to connect truer. Pain ain't your enemy, it's your teacher. It's God's tool, shaping you, refining you, making you into who He planned. So when pain hits, don't hide, don't bury it, face it, let it speak, let it show you what you need to know, then let it go. Pain ain't meant to stay, it's meant to pass. When it does, it leaves you stronger, wiser, tougher. It leaves growth, it leaves light. It leaves you knowing you're built for more than you ever thought. Pain's just a chapter, not the whole story. If you can hold on through it, if you can trust God's process, you'll come out with a deeper love for life, a clearer sense of purpose, and a faith in yourself that don't quit. You'll see the pain you thought would end you was the thing that made you, and in that truth, you'll find peace. The power of letting go. Sometimes we hold on tight to things, people, jobs, friendships, even old ways of thinking that God's trying to take away. We grip them hard because they feel safe, familiar, like home. But what we don't get is that chasing what God's removing keeps us from the blessings He's got waiting. God don't take things to hurt you. He does it to protect you, to grow you, to lead you to His bigger plan. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "My thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." When God starts pulling something out of your life, it can feel like chaos. Doors you wanted open, slam shut. People you thought were yours start slipping away. Chances you were banking on vanish. It's easy to get mad, to feel lost, to wonder if you dropped the ball or if God's forgotten you. But listen, God's removal ain't punishment. It's preparation. He's clearing space for what's better, what's true, what fits His purpose for you. We fight it because we think we know best. We're looking at what's right in front of us, but God's seeing the whole picture. He knows what's coming. The wins, the losses, the blessings. He knows the hearts of the folks we're holding on to, the truth behind the things we're chasing, the end of the roads we're running down. When God takes something away, it ain't cruelty, it's love. He's shielding you from hurt you can't see, and guiding you to good you can't imagine. Letting go's tough, though. We want to hold on to what's comfortable, even if it's killing us. Change scares us. The unknown's heavy. We want answers, a guarantee before we let go. But faith don't roll like that. Faith is trusting God's got it, even when you don't get it. It's believing His ways better, even when it stings. It's giving up what you thought you needed for what He knows you do. Chasing what God's trying to take just drags out the hurt. It keeps you stuck, frustrated, missing the new doors He's opening. When you run after what He's removing, you're saying you don't trust Him, like you know better than the one who made you. But God's patient. He'll wait for you to loosen your grip, and when you do, you'll see why it had to go. Sometimes God pulls people out because they can't go where He's taken you. Their chapter's done, and holding on to them will only slow you down. Don't mean they're bad, it just means their part in your story's over. Other times, He shuts doors you thought were perfect, but what you don't see is those doors led to dead ends, places that wouldn't grow you or fit His plan. When God takes something, it's because He's got better waiting. But you can't grab the good if you're clinging to the okay. It's like trying to hold a new gift when your hands are full. You got to put something down. Letting go ain't weakness, it's faith. It's saying, God, I trust you to fill this space with your goodness. Letting go can feel lonely, like you're losing more than you're gaining. But God don't take without giving. He don't remove without replacing. What feels like a loss now is a win down the road. It's a step towards something you can't see yet, but will thank Him for later. Trust His timing. It's perfect. His plan's unfolding just like it should. God's removal's like pruning a tree. A gardener cuts dead branches to help it grow stronger. God does the same. He trims the toxic ties, the bad habits, the wrong priorities. It hurts, but it's how you flourish. Without pruning, you don't bear fruit. Without letting go, you don't become who he made you to be. Letting go don't mean forgetting what was. It means thanking God for it and trusting he's got better. It's knowing his ways are higher, his plans for your good. It's stepping forward even when you can't see the path. So when God starts taking something away, don't chase it. Don't fight to keep it. Lean into his plan. Trust he's working it all for your good, even when it don't make sense. Believe what's coming is bigger than what's gone. One day, you'll see why it had to happen. God will reveal true loyalty. There comes a time when life hits you with something unfair, unjust, just plain wrong. Somebody betrays you, hurts you on purpose, takes what's yours. Your first instinct is to fight back, to make them pay, to get even. But as hard as it is, there's wisdom in letting God handle justice. It takes patience, faith, and knowing that real justice comes from the one who sees everything, knows everything, and makes everything work for good. Psalm 37, 5-6 says, "Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will make your righteous reward shine like the dawn." When we try to play judge, we're moving on anger, hurt, or vengeance. Those feelings are real, but they cloud your head and pull you off your path. Revenge might feel good for a second, but it don't heal you. It don't fix what's broken. It just leaves you emptier, bitter, and further from peace. God's justice is different. It ain't about getting even, it's about getting it right. It's built on truth, fairness, and his perfect wisdom. When you hand justice to God, you're trusting he sees the whole deal. Not just what happened, but why, what they meant, and what's hiding in their heart. You're saying his view's bigger, his timing's better, his way's stronger than yours. Letting God handle justice don't mean ignoring the wrong or acting like it don't hurt. It means dropping the need to strike back and focusing on your own healing. It's knowing holding on to anger just chains you down. When you give that weight to God, you're freeing yourself for peace, for growth, for something new. The tough part? Waiting. We want justice now, consequences today. But God's clock ain't ours. His ways ain't ours. Justice might not look like you pictured, but it's coming. God ain't blind to your pain. He ain't deaf to your cries. He's a God of justice, and he's working on your behalf. And God's justice ain't just about punishment, it's about redemption. He don't just make folks pay. He changes hearts, heals wounds, restores what's broken. Sometimes the one who hurt you faces consequences that turn him around. Sometimes he uses it to grow you, to pull you closer to him. Either way, his justice got purpose, got love, got life. When you let God handle it, you're rising above. You're saying nobody's actions control your heart or your choices. That's strength, that's wisdom, that's faith. It ain't passive, it's bold. It's trusting God to fight for you and make things right in his time. And letting go of justice don't mean letting go of accountability. You still set boundaries, speak your truth, protect your peace. But once you've done your part, leave the rest to God. Trying to control it just wears you out and pulls you off track. Forgiveness is key here. It ain't about excusing what they did or forgetting the hurt. It's about freeing your heart from anger's grip. It's choosing to heal instead of letting pain fester. When you forgive, you ain't letting them off. You're handing them to God. You're saying, "This is too much for me, Lord, you take it." Forgiveness don't weaken you, it sets you free. There's peace in knowing you don't gotta carry justice on your back. You don't gotta make things right or make sure they get theirs. That's God's job, and he's got it handled better than you ever could. Your job's to heal, to stay true, to trust he's got the rest. Sometimes you'll see God's justice, folks facing what they did. Sometimes it happens quiet where you can't see. Either way, trust he's moving, bringing justice, healing, and restoration his way. Letting God handle it ain't giving up, it's letting go. It's trusting he's in control and his plans for your good. It's believing even in pain, he's working it all for your win. It's faith that no matter how wrong it feels, God's justice is coming. And when it does, you'll find peace and a deeper knowing of His love, His wisdom, His faithfulness. Strength through faith. Life's gonna hit you, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Wounds come from broken ties, dashed hopes, betrayals, failures that cut deep. In those moments, it's easy to replay the loss, to focus on who hurt you. But healing and growth don't come from looking back or getting even. They come from looking inside, focusing on you, and letting God's restoration work its magic. James 1:2-3 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Healing starts with owning it. You can't fix what you won't face. It's okay to say you're hurting, to admit you're struggling, to feel the weight. Pushing it down just keeps you stuck. Healing ain't pretending you're fine. It's giving yourself room to feel, to sort through it, to understand it. It's seeing your pain clear, but believing you're stronger than it. Growth's what blooms from healing. It's what happens when you let pain teach you instead of own you. Every scar's got a lesson. Every fall's got a comeback. Growth's about switching from why me to what's this showing me. It's taking your broken pieces and building something tougher, wiser, realer. This journey's yours alone. Folks can cheer you, guide you, love you, but the work's on you. It's about letting go of resentment, of blame, of needing answers from those who broke you. Holding on to that stuff keeps you tied to the hurt. Real healing comes when you drop the past and start building a future free from its chains. Healing ain't a straight line. Some days you'll feel strong, then get pulled back down. That's okay. It ain't about being perfect. It's about keeping on. Celebrate the small wins. Every tear you let fall, every boundary you set, every step toward loving yourself. Those are your bricks, building your comeback. Growth takes patience and purpose. It's setting goals, not just to get past the pain, but to be better because of it. Use this time to dig into who you are, what you stand for, what you want. Read what lifts you, roll with folks who build you up, do things that feed your soul. Growth ain't changing you, it's uncovering the strength, wisdom, and fire that's always been there. Forgiving's the hardest part, forgiving others and yourself. It ain't about letting folks off or forgetting what happened. It's about dropping the weight of bitterness and guilt. When you forgive, you're choosing peace over pain. Forgiving yourself's just as big. We all mess up. Holding on to shame just slows you down. Give yourself the grace you'd give a friend. Healing and growth need focus. It's easy to get caught up in what others did or what broke you, but that gives them power. Turn inward. What do you need to feel whole? What steps bring back your joy? Focus on your path, not theirs. They don't run your story, you do. Self-care is non-negotiable. Healing and growth take energy. Rest up, eat right, move your body, make time for what lights you up. Self-care ain't selfish, it's survival. You can't give what you don't got. And taking care of you is the foundation for everything else. Gratitude's a game changer. It sounds crazy when you're hurting, but it works. It shifts your eyes from what's wrong to what's right, from what's gone to what's here. It don't erase the pain, it reminds you there's still good, still hope, still beauty. Every day, find one thing you're thankful for, no matter how small. It'll change how you see your road. And don't go it alone. Reach out. Therapy, support groups, good friends, family. You don't got to carry this solo. Being open ain't weak, it's strong. Asking for help ain't failing, it's fighting. Surround yourself with folks who'll hold you up, remind you who you are, cheer every step you take. Healing and growth ain't about whipping out the pain, it's about transforming it. It's taking the ashes and building a foundation for what's next. It's becoming stronger, wiser, kinder because of what you've been through. It's hard, but it's worth it. Every step gets you closer to the life you're meant for. One full of peace, purpose, and joy. You got the power to heal, you got the strength to grow. Trust the process, embrace the road, and believe in the fire inside you. Pain you're in now ain't your ending, it's your launch pad to something greater. Keep going. You ain't defined by your hurt, you're defined by how you rise. Now I'm talking to you. Yeah, you reading this right now. You ain't here by accident. God's got his eye on you, calling you out to stand tall, to shine bright, to be part of something bigger. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." You're chosen, special, built for a purpose only you can fill. So I'm asking you, drop a comment below. Share how God's moving in your life, how his truth setting you free, how you're rising above the pain. Your story's power. It lifts others. It builds faith. It shows the world what God can do. Don't hold back. Step up, speak out, and let's lift each other toward the victory he's promised. You're in this with me, and together, we're unstoppable.